Okay, well, I'm physically and emotionally broken by YouTube. Um, the copyright terms have broken me. I can't do an actual reaction video without them taking it down within 5 seconds. I re-uploaded Blake vs. Mikasa 3 times and it didn't work. I mean, not re-uploading as in like re-uploading the actual death battle. I meant re-uploading as in uploading my reaction to it. I re-uploaded the reaction to it 3 times. For Christ's sake, each time got copyright claimed. Each time I followed by YouTube's rules. Apparently, so much as showing the video or you're reacting to will get you copyright claimed, or at least he's by the mods or looking over me. So I had to come up with a compromise, and that ended up being what this video is going to be. I ran into the same issue with geese versus heihachi, and I'm just going to split this into 10-minute videos. So prepare for like 21-minute video, 21-minute video, I guess. Either way, Anyways, I'm starting off with Blake versus Mikasa because I feel like that would be easier to review. Because, yeah. Well, time to start this, I guess. Okay. Starting off, I want to go over the intro. Like what the connections are used for and what the jokes at the very beginning of the fight were. I actually kind of liked it. Well, the connections weren't that strong. I liked how they threw in the decent joke about how they both swing around, which I guess is funny, but kind of made me what most of the but I guess okay. I'm gonna move on and talk about how they did Blake's trailer, well Blake's analysis, and honestly, I actually liked it. There were parts where I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense, and yeah, that's accurate. There was that one thing where they literally mentioned how like I should mention how I'm kind of biased about certain things, and if there's not actual proof, I'm probably gonna argue with it. Or if it's not canon, but somebody else says it's canon, I'm probably gonna disprove them. I'm talking about the what the hold on. Um, okay. Sorry about that. I'm hearing all my cats. Anyways, which again, Boomstick believes is the spawn of Satan, which I believe they're the spawn of God. But anyways, back to what my point though that but they did good job on analysis, but I did kind of find it like I've never actually seen. I just mentioned how I love Ruby, but I'm not that far into the series. I've made it to season 4 right now. Oh, maybe five. Actually, no, I'm on season 6. Ugh. And I haven't seen future chapters, but from what I've heard about, Boomstick did it say that Blake and Yang were together. That wasn't actually true according to my sources. If you're a diehard Ruby fan and told me otherwise, I honestly might believe you as long as you can and back up with proof. I mean, honestly, I can't really say if I'm right or wrong, but I'm pretty sure Blake and Yang are just best friends. Then again, that's probably just my bias getting to me. and my non and my naiveness to future seasons. I try to avoid Ruby spoilers when it comes to this stuff because I love Ruby. I have to admit, I love the show. It's such a good concept and just absolutely perfect. There are times where I'm like, oh yeah, that actually is really cool, and others where I'm like, yeah, I guess that makes sense. And just how the storytelling and world building, everything about Ruby is just amazing. And honestly, it wouldn't be the same without the character, without the four main characters, Blake, Yang, Weiss, and Ruby. And honestly, I feel like they did a really good job on explaining Blake and Aiken. Damn it. Again with this. And we get to see more of my Sasuke background as I go back into this. And everything about my God, everything about the Ruby is just fucking incredible. And honestly, I feel like they did a great job at explaining how Blake works and how she is and how strong she is in this analysis. And also something we don't actually get to see that often nowadays. I'm looking at Mickey versus Yoda there. Yeah, and basically, I just felt like overall, they did an amazing job on Blake's analysis. Moving on to another actually really good analysis, which I was surprised. I expected like Mikasa they would just show no respect to, but I could tell they were showing a lot of respect to the Aquaman. This one was actually very informative about future things that to expect in Attack on Titan for me, because I have not finished the series. I'm on season 3, beginning of season 3. Wait, is it season 3 or season 4? I don't know. Probably season 4. I don't know. It's been a while since watching Attack on Titan. But it informed me so much about the Aquaman family and it's important what's up with them and basically everything. Plus the fact that Levi and Mikasa are related, which actually shocked me because I did not know that. Attack on Titans fans are gonna hate me after this. Yes, but honestly, overall, the Mikasa analysis really did show the world building of Attack on Titan, which, again, a series I absolutely love. The world building of Attack on Titan and it is great. The constant flow of story is just amazing. Oh, there's a couple things I would change, mainly just mainly the fact of the Titan Indians having overthrown own walls so easily before, which we can tell the scouts are fucking skilled as all hell. They're able to take down Titans in seconds. So why wouldn't they have put up a bigger fight? Why wouldn't have it been like several days worth of fighting? I know we skip ahead several years, but it was a day that it took for the Titans to take over that part of the wall, and it kind of just got fine. I kind of just find it weird, how they took over the first wall of the city so easily. Anyways, that's my opinion on the analysis of because I guess they did a great job. I loved it. It was fucking incredible. Incredible. Now moving on to the fight. I honestly felt like I really liked this fight. It was something unique and just fucking amazing. Using they didn't using it was quick paced and honestly felt like an actual fight between the two. Mikasa being overly cautious about everything and constantly keeping guard on Blake's acts, and then just using what's around her to fight. The scene where she and I love and honestly I loved how Blake literally no you'd her in the end. It fucking was incredible and definitely my favorite death to ever be. Actually, no, my favorite death that comes in the next review. I'm doing second part of this video. Oh, but this is definitely my second favorite death to ever occur in Death Battle. Just how Blake took a Mikasa's weapon and then literally no you'd her. Honestly, it was fucking incredible. I wouldn't change a thing about that. That Though there's a thing and a couple things before that I would change. First off, how would Mikasa know that what Blake's doing are clones? Is there just some titan that can make clones of itself? Is there actual mind history books and stuff, or books in general about clones. That's why I'm wondering. Because I don't think they ever had anything clone related in Attack on Titan, or it's a post-apocalyptic world thousands of years in the future. They forgot all about previous human culture. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't know what clones are, and it really bugged me for the rest of that day how Mikasa literally made a comment on the clones. I've been hearing things, but who knows? Anyways, overall thoughts on the episode is probably one of my favorite episodes that have ever happened. I didn't like the matchup at first, but I came around to it. But honestly, I feel like there were a couple things that could have improved, and I guess that overall it was pretty good. Now moving on to my favorite matchup so far this season, Heihachi Mishima versus Geese Howard. This matchup I will be completely biased on. I don't care if you don't, don't like how they did this or what they did. I will not hesitate to argue with you because this is one of my favorite episodes to ever occur in Death Battle. It's my third favorite, in fact. And it's right behind sorry. Right behind Snake versus Sam Fisher in second place. He's in BS versus Galaxia in first. I will always love BS versus Galaxia. I might even do my own review on it. I did like a sort of review on it where I went over all the stuff on it, but I think that one's been taken down by now. It hasn't gotten many views, so it probably was taken down. Anyway, so why this is one of my favorite episodes is honestly because of how I didn't know anything. Sorry about that. Anything about the two characters going in. I knew nothing. So of course I was learning. It was very informative. It told me why I actually who they were and what they were. So the intro I honestly found really cool how they did, but there was no Boomstick complaining about his dad issues. It was 0 out of 10. I'm joking. The intro was amazing, and he's in. I think that actually I might be wrong about that. Boomstick making no comment on his dad complaining about his dad. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Uh, 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 my thought on me being wrong about it. Who knows? But moving on, Hiachi's genius analysis was actually really informative, and I honestly, from the end of it, I was like, Geese better have good feats to keep up with it. And honestly, Hachi was just made out to be this overpowered old man, and I loved how it talked about how old stuff in just a good way, and just left no plot points, no plot holes. It told the actual how it actually is and why they I and who he is, and it just informed me on all his cool powers and stuff, and I just found it incredible. Tekken and King of Fighters are not games I'm familiar with, and honestly, I feel like playing the two after this matchup, but especially Tekken, because if it means I can play as Heihachi, I probably would. Anyways, Geese's trailer, Geese's analysis, was honestly actually one of the better ones that I've ever seen in Death Battle. They wouldn't make any like serious moments with the geek when mentioning him at the beginning, but what are you gonna do? I guess. Honestly, I feel like they should have had at least one boomstick dad joke throughout either of these analyses, but other than that, I feel like I wouldn't change a thing. Oh. Now we get into what's going to consist of the rest of the thing. The entire me talking about how fucking good the fight is. I know I didn't take long for Geese's, but I do not give a shit. I have to talk about the fight and why it is such a good fight animation. One of the best I've ever seen. First off, there's the start. I feel like it's actually a believable start. The fight between them for or ownership of the other's company and stuff, company resources and other stuff, honestly made so much sense to me. I wouldn't. I honestly feel like it was such a good premise and storyline and for the two fighting. Why I also love how they did the two voices exactly. Well, I would change I would put subtitles for Geese's things. That can be pretty fixable, but I feel like translating titles would be useful for Geese because you can barely understand him half the fight. That would have been fucking incredible had you been able to understand him. Though, honestly, you could feel every impact of the blows. You could feel how they did it. Plus, I love how they didn't just spend time on explaining what the other was doing, which is something I really like. What explaining what they're doing in production, which is something I really like when they do. My entire top 10 consists of those people who are like that, of matchups that do that. There are always this one matchup that has a character explaining what they're doing and how it affects them. Honestly, this matchup is just incredible. I will never change my mind. This will always be in my top 10. I do not care. But now I have to touch on the subject that really needs to be talked about, the final scene. And then I'll talk about the middle scene where they were clashing with that overview shot, which was amazing. I'll get into that in a couple seconds. But Heihachi vs. Geese's final scene was just as fucking amazing. Using Heihachi throws Geese into the volcano. Geese throws lightning from the heavens and makes Heihachi fall down. Or well, Heihachi chooses to fall down after getting struck by lightning. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Nemesis there. That was a bit weak. I might. Geese tries to make it back up just to get it punted back down by a Heihachi, pinned on a spike, and then get the best fucking kill to ever show up on deathbattle. One of the most brutal. I will always consider Todoroki versus Zuko to have the most brutal death, even if it doesn't. It's just something about being frozen in ice while being impaled at the same time. And that really makes it seem like it was brutal. Anyways, and then the middle scene, the one where it just shows the fight clash from Ash of them and up overview shot. It was fucking beautiful. Nobody can hate that. It was just the most beautiful thing you'll ever see. Ain't no denying it. Ain't it loud. The Geese vs. Heihachi episode is going to be the best in this season. And I honestly feel like my pride and joy right now, of talking about it right now, is going to be zapped out now that I just remembered that Poe vs. Iron Fist is going to be an episode. Oh boy, enjoy 2 episodes next week. Oh, concerning this matchup. Look, one on me going over why it should not be a matchup, and the other is the predictions. Of course, why would I not make the predictions video, right? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Oh, and honestly, or if this is in the next couple for the rest of the season while I review this. And honestly, I'm gonna be starting an official gaming channel soon because I'm honestly working on getting stuff ready for an actual gaming channel. And yeah, Please support me. Me on actually one. Who am I kidding? I don't have any Patreon or anything. What am I doing? I'm starting to copy other YouTubers, which is something I didn't want to do. So I'm gonna kill. Yeah, no. If I say that, I'm gonna. If I used to use AM like Darky in my YouTuber, it's probably going to lose. Yeah, I can't have that. Anyways, though, please, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, brace yourself for an entire video of complaints and then explaining why my Pro vs. Iron Fist is a terrible matchup next week. And I'll catch you on the flip side.